In this video, I'm going to explain the basic differences between red light therapy devices and circadian lighting or ambient red light or background red light sources. And I'm also going to tell you which is a higher priority for optimal health. So basically, these are some examples of red light therapy devices, like this and like this. And these devices use very strong, powerful LED lighting in the 600 to 800 nanometer wavelength range, so red light and near infrared. And it's powerful enough to improve cells on a biochemical level by increasing mitochondrial function, the ability to produce cellular energy. And so the more cellular energy production, the better the body functions as a whole. And there are tons of health benefits to this. Skin health, acne, decreasing inflammation, increasing collagen, improving circulation, and also healing joints and muscles after an injury, for example. So that's kind of a basic summary of red light therapy devices. They're more, $100 plus. Basically, the bigger, more powerful they are, the more expensive they are. And then here on the right, we have ambient red light sources or background red light or red night lights. So these are things that we need so that we can see around at home at night and early in the morning without damaging the circadian rhythm. So we don't have to stumble around in the dark, once the sun's gone down, in order to go to the kitchen and get a glass of water. So just a quick recap on the circadian rhythm. That's your internal body clock. So inside your body there's a clock, and when you are exposed to bright or just the regular white light bulbs that are in all houses, they actually suppress melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, because those lights contain a lot of the blue wavelengths, which basically via your eye and your skin, they're telling your brain, hey, it's the middle of the day, be alert, stay awake, be ready for action, instead of, like these red or orange or amber lighting, which will, promote kind of a relaxing, winding down effect, which will, help with deep regenerative sleep, which we all want. And these are much more, they're very inexpensive, as you can imagine. So, this is a red halogen bulb, like $5. This is a red LED. It's not as good as the halogen. This is a red night light for New Zealand and Australia, bought off blockbluelights.com.au. This is a Gemba red LED strip light, so all these light up red, which is cool. Headlamp for if you're late at night moving around the home. Torch, red light. Candles are also a great source of ambient red light. They might not be as red as this, but they are the best. They are the best source of night lighting, but they're not convenient for most people. So now that I've covered the basics of what red light therapy is and what circadian lighting or ambient red light or background red light is, I'd just like to mention that there is some overlap, as you can imagine. So a red light therapy device like this or this, you could use this as your bedroom lighting or lighting in the living room or office or wherever, and that's fine. So red light therapy devices can be applied as just an ambient light source as well. However, some of them are a little bit noisy. I don't know if you can hear through the video. This one's a bit noisy. And they're also quite intense because they're powerful enough to obviously, penetrate deep into the tissue and promote all that healing. So they have to be quite powerful. So these are a lot more easier on the eyes, a bit more subtle. And also just a note on the word therapy, kind of gets thrown around a lot. I call these red light therapy devices but this is also therapeutic, right, for the eyes, especially, a candle with, a beeswax candle, very therapeutic for the eyes. So, however, a beeswax candle or just, one of these red halogen bulbs, they're not powerful or intense or strong enough, like these ones are, to penetrate deep and have caused that same kind of, have that same effect, that same it's not causing the same mechanism, like increasing mitochondrial function via the same biochemical processes. This is more just protection as an alternative to the toxic white lighting. This is sort of a replacement. These are a replacement for toxic white lighting that contains a lot of blue light, and this is an addition to a healthy lifestyle. So that's another way of differentiating between them. So what else have I got to cover? And yeah, so if I had to pick one for you to start off with, well, that isn't the case. You can be like me and you can have both. But obviously this is much more important because we need this to operate every morning if we're up before the sun's come up. It's the most appropriate, biologically friendly lighting. And we need it every night after the sun's gone down. Whereas this, you don't need it that much per day. I mean, some people don't even use it every day. I hardly even use it in the summer. And lastly, two more things to mention. So red light therapy devices, or red light therapy, this area of study, it goes by some other names as well. One of them is photobiomodulation, which is PBM. It also, you can also look it up via LLLT, an acronym, low-level laser technology, and also low-level light technology, which makes it a little bit more confusing. But basically, the majority of people will refer to this sort of tech as red light therapy devices. Lastly, I'm not going to make any brand recommendations in this video. I made a bad decision with one of the red light therapy devices I've purchased in the past. There is more than one good red light therapy company out there. I'm going to hopefully feature as many of them as possible, the good ones, on my podcast and blog. So be sure to check those out. Thanks for watching.